Hey YouTube, this is Drew Tech here to show you how to maintain Linux. So now, Linux is actually a very stable platform. It requires very little maintenance, like much less than Windows. You don't have a registry to clean, all the bloat that comes with Windows. You don't have drivers to install, like you don't have any of those shenanigans. But there is still a little bit of maintenance that you need to do with Linux, which I'll show you how to do that. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So first step in maintaining Linux, which is the most important one, is make backups. As you can see, I got this encrypted drive right here with my backups. I strongly suggest encrypting your backups, which I made a video showing you how to encrypt an external drive, which I'll link up in the card. So I got my backups here. I just stored this in a folder named after my username, and this drive is named after my computer. And as you can see, I got my backup here, my pictures folder here. I get stored on an external drive. I do backups probably like once a month, but you should maybe do it like when you make significant changes to your database. And I would also suggest making an off-site backup as well. Like you can do this with any cloud storage service. I just use Google Drive. I just have the folder named after my computer and the folder named after my user, and then there's my encrypted backup. I'm also strongly suggest encrypting backups, which I mentioned how to do that with off-site backups in my how to manually backup your computer video. So as you can see, the last time I backed up the system is March 7th, and it's March 10th at the time of shooting this video. So the last backup was 3 days ago. You probably only need to do it once a week. I know there's some people out there that always make significant changes to their database, so then they will need to do backups every day. Step 2 of maintaining Linux is keep it up to date. Like install updates whenever you can. Of course, there is no automatic update system, which can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on the way you look at it. In Linux, there are no updates until you say so. It can be a good thing because it won't just restart your computer when you're right in the middle of doing something, but it can be a bad thing because then you have to remember to do updates, which I mentioned Windows Update in my 10 reasons why I switched from Windows to Linux and why you should too video. I'll link that up in the card. But anyway, as you can see, I got 34.7 megabytes worth of updates. I checked this morning and there were no updates, but I'm going to install those now. Now, of course, I like to just use the computer, and then when I'm done using it, then I go and check for updates. But anyway, I'm just going to install this now. Okay, there you go. So now that it's done its job updating, there may be additional updates, which you need to install through Terminal, which I'll show you how to do that. Terminal isn't something that needs to be scary. You will use it all the time in Linux, so you might as well have it on your dock. So what you're going to do to install additional updates that software updater will install for you, you just type sudo apt-get update and sudo apt-get upgrade. Just like that. And hit enter, punch in your password. And as you can see, I got no additional updates. But we're going to keep this open because the next step is just keep your package management system clean. The command I like to run after doing the updates is sudo apt autoremove. Then hit enter. And I'll just go and look for unnecessary packages such as dependencies that you're not using anymore and things like that. Then I like to run sudo apt autoclean to just clean out listings for packages that you don't have anymore. So you're going to hit enter, and there you go. The autoclean command prevents any redundant warnings during updates. The next step in Linux maintenance is uninstall any programs that you don't use anymore. So these are all the programs I installed. And then when I'm not using a program, say I'm not going to play Rigs of Rods anymore, you can just click remove again, then I'll go and remove it. Now, I actually do still love that game, and I plan to continue playing it, so I'm not going to remove it. But you get the idea. So now the final step in Linux maintenance is keep the Ubuntu installer and keep it up to date. So what you can do, add my Ubuntu installer, and let me check which release it's on, just by the device name. Now you can go to settings, details about, if you're using Ubuntu, and check which release you have. If there's a new release, then you can download it from ubuntu.com and flash it to a flash drive. I showed you how to make a bootable flash drive, which I'll link that up in the card. And you can go to download, and then Ubuntu desktop. and then you can download latest version, just to reduce the amount of updates that you have to install if you ever have to reinstall Ubuntu or whatever distro you're using. So now, I don't actually want to download the Ubuntu ISO. It'll take up a lot of time, so I'm not going to bother. Next to maintaining Linux is clear out unnecessary files. Like, let's say, like, if you show hidden files here, you can search the .cache and .config files. Like, just look for entries from programs that you don't have installed anymore, and then you can just remove them. Of course, never delete anything that you're unsure of. If you have any doubt about as to what it is, just leave it alone. And you should also get rid of files that you know for a fact you won't need anymore. And you should also make sure to purge your trash periodically. Like, once you know for sure that you can say goodbye to all the files in there. Keeps your computer free of unnecessary sensitive information. Final thing you're going to want to do is go to settings, privacy, and click on purge trash and temporary files. You want to make sure that automatically purge temporary files is on. And you can set this to whatever you want. I'd just say 30 days, just to give the computer the maximum amount of time possible to use these temporary files, and then purge them. No, just automatically do part of the maintenance for you. But anyway, that's all you have to do to maintain Linux. So thanks for watching. If I missed anything that you think is important, please let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked this video, found it was helpful, hit the like button, share this video with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment.